Alrighty, so here we are back playing some more Tropico 6, and today we are on to episode number 2 of our Tourism Island playthrough. In last episode, we kind of just kept things simple, made it all the way into the Cold War era, so in this episode we'll be able to start setting up some tourism, which is really exciting. So let's get into it. Alrighty, so here we are, and our island is doing very well. I constructed this bridge so that we could have access to logging camps. However, yeah, it probably wasn't like the most necessary of things. And what I wanted to start doing today was homes, families, vacant homes. We're going to be destroying homes and replacing them with, ooh, we already have our first apartment here. We're going to destroy homes and replace them with apartments. And once we start doing that, then it's going to make the entire population very densely, like living in very dense buildings. Yes, and that will be very nice for us. So what I'm kind of thinking is let's get our first hotel down. And let's see, we could use some money. That would be really good. Let us see here. Let's invite, I suppose, the Western powers. Let's go into the trade menus here. I'm looking for these blue ones, and we're looking for something that we're trading, or potentially something we can import, like furniture. Furniture would be kind of nice. Scar, rubber, shellfish, sugar. I believe all of our sugar is being turned into rum, so we can't do that. So we don't really have any trade deals here that we can fulfill. But we could also just lie. We could do something like this. That would push us up to 75. We need a total of 71. So even just doing this middle one would be enough. But we could also request an alliance, which takes 81. So I think I might do that. So we're going to lie to them. We'll say we'll sell them 42,000 units of canned goods, which we're not even making. And then we'll do the same thing with cigars and say 5,000 units of cigars. So that's going to culminate in a total of 84 in relation with Western powers. We'll request an alliance. Nice. Okay. They want us to sabotage the enemies, their enemies, which hopefully we still have our commando garrison. Yes, we do. So what we could do is go and sabotage them 4 times. Nice. Okay. So that's underway, and everything's looking good. So we can ask them for financial aid. That pushes up to 40,000. And really the only things that we're going to need are a very expensive tourist port. It's going to be around 15k. And I'm kind of thinking, I kind of like the spot here. So let's put that there. And now we have a spot for tourists to show up to. And now all we got to do is a hotel. Boom. So now we have a hotel down, and we have a tourist port. So we're almost completely ready. However, I kind of want to get a power plant down. Instead of the power plant, maybe we can do something else. Because the power plant would give us access to electricity, which would give us access to a casino here. Same thing with a nightclub. We would need electricity for this. I really want to do the casino. I'm going to do the casino. Let's do the casino. We're going to buy a power plant. And hopefully we can fit it somewhere here. Ooh, we can fit it here like this. So now we're down to 5K. And let's go ahead and purchase. Ooh, yes, we run out of money here, but we get it. And that is all that matters. I kind of don't want it next to our church. Let's do... I don't want it next to the bus garage neither. I guess across the street from the library. So now, we are out of money. But that is fine. Now we just need to, let's put this in ×4 speed, watch as everything gets constructed. I should have put this on low priority. It would have been a little bit better to, well, I guess it's fine. Let's put the hotel on high priority. Nice. So now we have a tourist port. Well-off tourists can start showing up, but that means we're going to need the hotel to be constructed next. And hopefully it gets constructed and people work in it before the first tourist ship shows up. And let's change this to Hotel Camarote, which means Hotel Tropicana. The main thing is it's got like an average housing quality, which is what's going to affect the tourist rating. Hotel Camarote will increase the number of rooms by 4, so more tourists can stay here, but it's going to decrease housing quality by 10. It's still going to give a decent housing quality, but I mean eventually you would want to switch them all back to Hotel Tropicana, but for now, early on, we're going to take the extra rooms. The 2 upgrades, it takes electricity to increase housing quality, which is alright. We definitely don't really have the spare megawatts for that. And so, hopefully nothing important catches on fire. Our first 10 tourists show up. And we also just made a bunch of money, which is pretty good. Let's increase the budget on the casino, make it for tourists only. And let's go ahead and research the casino. This is going to allow us to switch it over to double or nothing. I'm going to wait until electricity is actually being sent to the building. We're also probably going to need an electric substation. So let's go ahead and purchase this. I suppose here's fine. Let's just quick build that. Now we're going to need people to be employed in the power plant and for coal to be brought into the power plant, which could potentially take a long time, which can be annoying, but hopefully it doesn't. Build tourism building. Okay. That's a very capitalistic thing to do, which we're going to do anyways, so we will accept it. House on fire, not a whole lot that I can do about it, or that I even want to do about it. I mean, ideally I would have a fire station down or something, but for right now there's not a lot that I can do about it. Let's establish a tropical paradise. Jace. So now what we can do is, we have a bit of money. Let's purchase, actually, another hotel. And what I want to do is I want to start destroying... Yes, okay. Let's go ahead. Go through and demolish a bit of housing here. And then let's demolish a bit of housing next door as well. Let's play for a second. And let's put down another hotel. And let's put down an apartment complex. Cool. And with our spare bit of money, what I do want to do is put parks out front. And I think that this one will look fine. Cool. So there we go. Even more tourists are showing up. There's not going to be a whole lot of tourists showing up every time. Nice. So someone should be bringing coal in. There we go. Now we're going to vote freely. Everyone should be pretty happy with us. We're getting most of the population to believe in capitalism over communism. And so that's good because we're supporting the capitalist. A house burned down. Just demolish it. Nice. I optioned the stock, stocked up on options. That's really funny. We'll take the 5K for now. Let's go ahead, increase the budget, change this to Hotel Camarote. The apartments, we can leave them on the middle budget for now. I hope that's good enough. Check in on the population, lots of unemployed people, lots of homeless families. So, I definitely want to get even more and more touristy buildings down in the near future. This is giving a service quality of 88, which is pretty good. And everything's looking like really good right now. So let's get even more entertainment buildings down for the tourist. And I suppose maybe a restaurant for them. That could be okay. What I'm kind of thinking is it would be kind of cool to invert one of these little like blocks here. That could be kind of cool. And what I mean is instead of having the buildings all facing out, we could have them all face in and then build some plazas on the inside. That could look pretty cool. So I'm kind of thinking is let's do that here. So there's that. And then what I'm thinking could look cool is another hotel. But this time, of course, we're going to have it face inwards. And then this gives us just a little bit of extra room for something else. Maybe we could do a cocktail bar. That could be pretty cool. We don't have the money for it right now, but in the near future, that'll be a good thing.
Election is a landslide, Presidente. The metaphorical kind,
Cool.
not the kind that accidentally reduces the size of the workforce.
Alrighty. So build up a restaurant, make it for tourists only. And we are going to need to focus on building up fun happiness buildings for our population as well. As you can see, we're down to 44 fun happiness, which isn't great. Max out the budget. Hotel Camarote. In this building's lifetime, it's generated $2,000, which isn't bad. We haven't even filled up one entire hotel yet. So we don't really need to construct any more hotels, I don't think. Or even restaurants, honestly, for now. What I'm kind of thinking is, let's go ahead and construct yet another restaurant, but this one will make for our population. So there's that. And let's throw a nice park out here for our population. Nice, nice. 10 more tourists showing up. 10 more tourists spending money on our island. Double or nothing, what this does, I talk about it in lots of different builds and stuff. But it doubles the upkeep, the fee, and the wages. So technically, one casino becomes 2. And each tourist showing up is 2 tourists. And so it's pretty nice. But if no one's in the building, then the building becomes twice as expensive. So you kind of want to guarantee that it's full all the time. That would be really good. Okay.
I don't know about you, Presidente.
Another tourism building. Okay. I kind of planned on doing one anyways. Want to do something kind of simple. Like a souvenir shop, that might be cool. Could do a souvenir shop there. And then I'm kind of thinking maybe what we should do is a grocery here, honestly. Let's check in on the population's food happiness. 64, and considering the fact that the service quality of a grocery should be higher than that. Oh no, that's fine. But I mean, having more down is only a good thing, so I'll consider building one next. Once we... Honestly, let's just do it now. Let's do it right here. That seems like a good spot. And let's demolish another small neighborhood and place another apartment complex there. Grocery and apartment. Very good.
Our money's at work, Prez.
Pretty soon. Oh, see, more tourists are showing up because some tourists left. And because tourists leave, that's when they give the rating. And now that we have an actual rating on the island, people are starting to show up more and more. Max out the budget on the groceries, of course. And let's actually just get rid of all the fires on the island. Yeah, it's kind of annoying having to deal with fires. Kind of like the idea of having one here, and we can throw in a clinic as well right next door. Cool. Let's go ahead and kind of guarantee that there's no shacks around here. Now we're allies with the Western powers, which is really good.
Picked a side in the Cold War, allying with the Western powers, who have the best space rockets.
With the addition of, what's it called? More tourists showing up on the island. Let's go ahead and actually construct. I suppose we can do a cabaret facing this way. That could look cool. And then let's put down some parks here in the center. Kind of like the way that looks. And one more park here. Cool. Alrighty. Country house was burnt down. Let's just demolish it. Tourists are showing up, which is good. And this is telling me that honestly we should probably get even more hotels down. Can do that one there. This cabaret is finished. Max out the budget, make it for tourist only. This is for tourist only. This is for tourist only too. And let's actually get down what could be pretty good, a radio station. Considering the fact that a lot of our buildings are for entertainment purposes, this will be a really good building to have. Let's put it right here in the center of town, actually. We can research it as well. Let's research the restaurant. I want to research the radio station as well.
The number one sign of being a spy is voting against El Presidente in an election. Do not make this fatal mistake, citizens.
That's a fatal mistake, and he means it. We can change this to kids menu. This is going to increase the fee by 25%, which is really important because, as we can see, the fee is $100 as compared to the fee of our restaurant that's for our population. It's only 14 bucks, 18 bucks. So, you know, 25% more of 18 isn't too important, but 25% more of $100 is pretty important. So let's do that. Service quality up to 81, which is good. And we'll get that up even higher with the radio station. And then the casinos should be over 90. I think 93 is where they'll be at. Yes. So that'll all be pretty good. Let's check on the population. Haven't done that in a bit. Lots of vacant jobs, which is good. And we have a lot of homeless families, which is telling that we should Let me do the math here real quick. So 2 country houses is 4 households. Turns into 10. So we're increasing by 6 every time we destroy some houses and replace them with apartments, which means we need to do that 5 times. So let's go ahead and do that. 1, 2, 2.5, 3.5, 4, 5. Ooh, who got mad?
I really don't like feeling this angry. It really ruins my mellow.
I mean, all they want us to do is build a fire station, which isn't too bad. But I think it's because we destroyed country houses that made them upset. That's fine though. And what I want to do is actually try and get urban development. It's kind of expensive, but it is going to make our apartment complex endeavors quite a bit cheaper. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're pretty close to having that fully finished. We can ask the allies for the Western powers for some money, allowing us to get all of this done. Very good. So let's go into ×2 speed. They want another fire station. Let's see how much that's going to cost. So for $4,500, we can get them to leave us alone. So let's go ahead and do that. We'll put this on low priority for now. Okay. And so we have kind of a lot of money right now. Lots of tourists are starting to show up on the island. Oh no. If you right click like that, I think there's something you can click on that sometimes task overview. Yes, okay, so if you right click like how I right clicked on right there, it went away. If you click on task overview, then you can get it to come back. Build a movie theater, build a cathedral. I kind of want the movie theater, honestly. So that is fine. And we are going to need to start dealing with our pollution. So we'll get a waste treatment facility in the near future to help out with all of that going on. Honestly, we should just focus on building up some entertainment buildings for a little bit. Let's go ahead and do a movie theater, actually. We can replace this entire section of a city block here with it. And let's get another apartment complex down right there. So, apartment complex. And movie theater. Cool. With the radio station complete, get music all day. That upgrade. Let's go ahead and increase the budget, and here we can start influencing the next faction that I wanted to influence. Let's see what the environmentalists like and what they don't like. So they do not like clinics, they don't like any buildings like that. And so let's see what they think about tourism. Let's go ahead and construct yet another hotel and see if they hate it. Let's just quick build that one specifically. Max out budget, change the work mode, and check in on their faction. So they don't have any aversions towards it, which is good. So I do want to, what's it called, influence everyone towards the environmentalist faction and support the environmentalist faction. I think that'll be a nice touch to a tourism island. So let's go ahead and start doing that. Radio now, which will push everyone towards the environmentalist faction. Very, very good. We also have boats finished, I think. Or not boats, but we have logging camps. And so, I'm not sure. Oh, I do have a lumber mill. So we do have logs being constructed. Let's increase the budget there. Build a fast food joint near the western, or near the embassy. Definitely an option, but not something I really want to try to do right now. And now we're starting to get to a point where we have lots and lots of money. There's a low rebel threat, which is really not good. So we need to deal with that as much as possible. I kind of have a feeling it might be because the Eastern Bloc may have sent a foreign spy, because there's really no reason for any rebellion to be happening. Let's check our population, check special citizens. Yeah, usually it's like crime or rebellion, not usually both. So it's kind of annoying that we're dealing with both right now. It could be because of a specific happiness, I think, as well. Healthcare is kind of low. Healthcare and fun are kind of low. We should try and deal with that as much as possible. Let's max out the budget here, get both of these upgrades for all of our clinics. That's nice. We're getting really close to moving on to the next era. Still have lots of homeless families, which isn't great. So it doesn't look like they're going to make it to the fire station, so we'll just quick build it. And let's just demolish it for now, honestly.
You're a friend of the Earth, Presidente.
We'll take the standing with them for now. Low rebel threat, which really sucks. It might be because a commando garrison. Let's demolish it. I don't think we're really going to need it for literally anything else forever. So let's demolish it. It's also cost us quite a bit of money over time. Hopefully that wasn't the issue, and hopefully it's something else.
The planet is in grave danger, President.
Or hopefully that was the issue, I guess.
The goddess needs us to save her now more than ever. Won't you consider
We
going-
probably will build a cathedral sometime very soon.
Presidente, your aid is appreciated. With your help,
We'll take the extra militarist standing for now. Let's max out the budget here. Not make this for tourists only. Let's leave it for our population. We could research it. We should research it. Cold War era, I believe. Oh no, I did ethnic enclave. Big oof. We'll just ignore that. Blockbuster. We can change this to another work mode, and it'll make it to where this building will... It's like a media building on a work mode. It's going to influence our population towards a certain faction, which is really cool. We could do something like this, but what I'm kind of thinking is before the gold rush, get people towards the capitalist faction even more. So that'll be good. Even more capitalists on the island. This is looking pretty good. Not too many vacant jobs, not too many unemployed people. Homeless families, that's kind of an issue. We should definitely try and deal with that by constructing a couple more. Nice, so 100 just left, but 100 showed up, so that's really helping us move along towards the modern times era. So let's do 2 more apartment complexes. Healthcare happiness, hopefully over the next couple of months, starts to go up. And fun happiness needs to go up, so let's deal with both of those as much as we can right now. We can demolish this little neighborhood here, demolish this one here. Let's quick build up these apartment complexes. Let's actually increase the budget of all of the apartments by 1. I think that's fine. How many spare megawatts of electricity do we have? 380. And let's see what it will cost to... So $10,000 and a lot of electricity, most of it. And that will allow us to electrify all of our apartments. So let's go ahead and do that. And that brings our housing quality on the second to highest budget up to 77. If we max it out completely, almost 100. But I'll leave it on 77 for now. Like I said, as long as like each happiness is above Caribbean happiness, then I'm content. And so 77 is quite a bit above 52, so that's all fine. And let's go ahead and construct up a new clinic. So that'll be nice, and let's construct up, I'm kind of thinking, a cabaret for our population. And out front of the clinic, let's go ahead and throw down some very simple parks. And I mean, I might as well quick build these considering the fact we have so much money. Increase the budget there. We can get playback equipment for all of these. That's 50 megawatts though. We might not have that much electricity. We do. Okay, so I will do that. Let's go ahead and do playback equipment. Okay, good. Let's increase the budget on this, of course, get both the upgrades. So we spent a lot of our money, but hopefully all of this spending really helps us increase the happiness of our population. Service quality of this cabaret is 93 and our population can visit it, which is good. Now the clinic on 85 is really good. The constitution, once we unlock healthcare, we can do paid healthcare. Increases the efficiency of all medical buildings, clinics, and hospitals by 20%, which is pretty good. And even though we just spent our money, we actually made all of our money back, which just shows the power of tourism. This casino has made us 40k in its lifetime of net profit, which is really, really, really nice for us. So we're constantly up, which means that we can provide for the population. Things are looking alright. We need even more housing. Let's actually do... Oh, let's do this. I have an idea. Let's go and do another grocery. Across the street from there seems fine. Let's do yet another apartment complex. And let's do a flop house is what I'm thinking. Let's quick build all these up. And let's slap down some parks in front of the flop house. Cool. So even more housing. We can electrify this. Only 18 megawatts. Let's see how much spare we have. 119, that's okay. Second highest budget, electrify it. We're not going to electrify the flop houses for now. We'll just leave them on the max budget. And of course the groceries go on the max budget as well. Build a nightclub, except because I kind of do plan on building one relatively soon. We should actually do that. That would be nice. So let's find a nightclub. So a fair bit of money and not too much electricity, which is nice. Let's build it here is what I'm kind of thinking. This could be a cool looking spot. That leaves us room next door to potentially build up another clinic, which I think could go pretty well. And let's just go into ×1 speed and check in on the population. Things should be looking pretty good right now. Nice, lots and lots of stuff just going on. Lots of people living their lives on our little island. The money making building, our casino. I don't think I've ever read this. Casino Presidential. Cool. Let's look at the front of the cabaret. Nothing quite interesting. But we're doing very, very, very good. A big issue is pollution. Oh, pollution's actually going down. I think these apartment complexes are dealing with it. Not by like specifically getting pollution to go down, but by producing less pollution, and pollution I does believe like slowly evaporate over time. So technically the city's cleaner because we have apartment complexes, which is nice. Cabaret for our population. Focus on a bit of fun happiness for a bit, I reckon. We're getting fun and healthcare over 50, which is definitely pretty nice. Job happiness is never going to be too amazing. Housing happiness, we can get that up to 100 simply by, or near 100, over 90, simply by increasing the budget of all of our apartments, because most of the population lives in them. For faith, we could deal with that kind of like completely right now by doing a cathedral, which I think is probably a good idea. Let's do it over here. And let's make a restaurant for our population. Fill all this area in with various parks. Kind of like the idea of something like this. That looks fun. Let's go back into ×4 speed for a bit. With the addition of a cathedral, we should be pretty much near like 100 faith happiness all the time, which will be good because right now it's 57, and we're getting 75 from the church, but the reason it's lower than 75 is because $10,000. I'll take that. Let's increase the budget all the way. That's 100. Then in confessionals, nice. But there's just not enough like actual slots for people to visit. This isn't enough visitor slots. So hopefully with the addition of this cathedral, it really helps out. Let's quick build this restaurant. Increase the budget. This one will leave for our population. Can we do freezers? 30 megawatts for everything. And let's see how much spare electricity we have. We have 85, so we can do freezers everywhere, which is nice. Increasing service quality even further for our restaurants. Cool. Service quality of 96 on this restaurant. And hopefully very soon we will... Let's see how many are leaving. I think it'll tell us somewhere. Maybe it won't tell us. I thought it did. How many are we away? We're 10 away. So, all we need is 10 more to show up. And we will be... we'll be into the next era, which will be really, really nice. Because then we'll have access to even more buildings. I guess really just the stadium will be the only one here. We'll have access to museums of modern art, beach resorts, hang gliding, all that jazz, which is nice. The CIA building. Skyscraper hotels, which could go hard. I mean, I'm kind of thinking what could be a good idea is just simply building a bank, considering the fact that we are sort of rolling in the money now. I'm going to actually prepare this bank to be built up in such a way that if we were to demolish all of this farmland and turn this area into blocks like over here, this bank will make sense, because I do plan on demolishing literally all of this in the semi-near future. Max out the budget here. Yeah, so this is good. Most of the people are going to the cathedral, and so we can get a sense of what else. Oh, not shared seats, legroom. Cool. Nuclear power plant, we will do that probably eventually. But then again, because we are supporting the environmentalist faction, it would probably be a better idea to actually... what's it called? Just do... Nice, we made it to the modern times.
Such a popular tourist destination. We have run out of itchy beach towels and have chewed tiny cocktail umbrellas. Success!
We've ran out of them.
Presidente,
Suffering from success, right?
over. The future is now present, and the present will presently pass into the past.
Let's see what Tell Me More does. Oh, yeah, I've done this before.
The palace declares the Cold War officially over. Tropico is awarded the win on points.
Nice. We'll do privacy rights, extra liberty, and we're not going to be like doing too much crazy stuff, trying to spy on our population too much. Paid healthcare, confirm changes. Paid healthcare should push our healthcare happiness up way higher, considering the fact that we have so many clinics on the island now, and now they have a service quality of 97, which is pretty good. 97? Did I say 97? Nice, nice. Alrighty. So it looks like we're running out of electricity for our casino. So we're running out of electricity for our casino, which is a pretty bad thing. And so what I'm kind of thinking is we should set this up pretty much how I had it set up in the last attempt at this series, which is to build a bunch of wind turbines over here. And in doing so, we're also going to want to construct up a TV station and then research it and start influencing everyone towards the intellectual faction. So The environmentalist faction and the intellectual faction sort of go hand in hand, because once we start building a lot of environmentalist buildings, it's not that the intellectuals are really going to like that, it's just that the conservatives are going to hate that. So, you know, we're definitely going to want to switch things up as much as possible there. And we already have a number of environmentalists, which is really nice. You know what? Maybe we can do an offshore wind turbine, which is something I never really do. But at the same time, I feel like it's kind of going to make the island look ugly. Yeah, I switched my mind. I changed my mind. Changing my mind. Let's go here. Here. There. There. Let's just throw down a quick landing. Hopefully we don't build too many that the population's gonna immediately hate us. And we can build an electric substation, I suppose. Here-ish. Quick build that on up. Quick build that on up. Quick build all of this. And there we go. Got plenty of electricity now, max out the budget. 169 is pretty good. And let's do a TV station now. We should have the funds and everything else that we need for this. Let's build it next to the bank.
The deadly computer worm that attacked on Wednesday and emerged victorious. The internet is safe again. We are in your debt, leader.
Suppose here's a good spot. And out front of this place we can do something like that. And just like this, we are off to the races. Let's go ahead and research this building, our TV station, and switch the work mode on over to global news. Nice. Towards the intellectual faction. Very good. And as we can see, it's going to affect pretty much the entire population. Even the people living over here on this island, although they don't have electricity, which is a shame. Something I didn't notice this entire time. Go ahead and quick build this for them. That's crazy that they've been just without electricity this whole time. Anyways, that's fine. Now they do have electricity. And everything's looking good. And now I was looking at it and I was thinking, what could kind of go well here, I think, would be a number of...
Must be freed of oppression, Presidente. The yoke of tyranny must be lifted so the albumen of justice can run free. Let us put all our eggs in the basket of equality.
We can put a number of, like, super tall buildings here, just in this one little area. I think that could look pretty cool. Let's do an office here. And then what else I'm kind of thinking is just one skyscraper hotel. Guests must be rich or better, which means that we're going to need an upgraded tourist port in the very least. So that could be kind of cool. And so what I think I might do for the rest of this episode, this office is going to generate lots of money. Same thing with the bank here, as long as we have money in our treasury. This building will generate money. We'll leave it on corporate business. Water coolers, why not? Okay. So we don't need any upgrades on this. Everything is looking really, really good. With a number of like financial buildings, a bank and an office, and then just all of this tourism going on every month pretty soon. Just a bit more tourism and we'll reach a point where every month we're actually generating more money than we're losing. Like actually right now, yeah, we're actually making more money every month than we're losing, which is pretty cool. And every time a freighter shows up and takes any goods away, then that's just a bunch of extra money for us for expansion. So what I'm thinking is we should extend or move. I kind of want to do pretty much like the same build of the last series that I tried this on. Yes, I think that'll be pretty nice. So just for simplicity's sake, let us do a Teamsters port. Right here I'm thinking is probably fine. Let's build this road down on this way. On over like that. Let's quick build it. Perfect. And let's move our dock to here. Very good. Let's build this road on up this way. Build it on over this way here, I think. No. Can go to like here. And then simply construct a straight road down this way. Construct that like that, and hopefully we can fit El Presidente's palace here. Cool. There we go. We're doing it. And so now really the only thing is I want to start building up a number of hydroponic plantations in this area. We'll get all the food down probably first, get down a bunch of extra corn, and then we'll kind of choose on another area to build. Maybe like over here, a number of factory ranches. And that'll be nice because we'll, on our main island here, we will be generating all of our food. All of our electricity should come from here, most of it at least. Maybe we'll make like one small island out here with like 2 nuclear power plants, and that'll be a bunch of good electricity as well. And then yeah, so let's go ahead and start moving over as much as we can. So we have one of each of the food types, I believe. So pineapple, banana, and then a corn, and then we have 2 sugar and a cocoa. Oh yeah, and a major thing is, with this island, we wanted to do a lot of chocolate exports, just for the meme of it, which I think will be a pretty interesting export, something that I don't really aim for on islands. And what's really nice about doing a chocolate export is cocoa and sugar are both an infinitely renewable source, so that is really nice. And let's check out how much electricity we need for hydroponic plantations. 30 electricity, and for each one of our wind turbines we're getting 40, which means that we can build 1 new hydroponic plantation per 1 new wind turbine. Cool. So let's go ahead, unlock it, and start building some of these. That's looking alrighty there. Perfect. So yeah, I suppose let's start with the corn. Then let's move on over to banana, and then let's do, I'm thinking pineapple could have gone there, but I think it would be better to do 2 sugar in the center like this. Yes. And then we can do 2 cocoa, I'm thinking. So this is a pretty good setup, and we can actually start getting chocolate exports set up relatively quickly. We have 130 spare megawatts, and each of these requires 30 apiece, so 4 of them is going to take up 120, and we have almost 8, so we need, I would say, like 4 extra wind turbines, just to be on the safe side. And pretty soon we're going to really want to start getting people away from the conservative faction and towards the intellectual faction, because the conservatives are going to hate this. As you can see already, they're already hating this.
My friends and I mean business, but you still disrespect us? I am my reputation, and that should be enough for you.
Okay. I will change the constitution for them if there's no other option. But what I do want to do is actually, let's go to our bank. Let's research the bank. Modern times? No, wait, it's the modern times. I think it's World Wars. No. Cold War. Let's research the bank, and then let's research a customs office. Let's actually construct a customs office if we can. No, we cannot. That's fine. In the very least, we can switch this to slush funds. which means that every month we are going to be embezzling a bit of money. And with the work mode, or not the work mode, the DLC, it's on the tip of my tongue, I can't quite remember what it was called. Well, I shouldn't be spending this much money, but after this we'll be fine. But the DLC, what is it called? The one that has to deal with all of the corruption and whatnot. Chocolate are up. Nice. Chocolate is up. Made a fair bit of money there. And what we're looking for is talking to the broker. We want him to do like the same symbol here, this red like speech bubble that looks kind of alarming. If we find one of those, then we'll be in a really good spot because I could purchase it potentially. Deliver an amazing speech. Look at this. All of our happinesses are up too. That's really good. We'll do crime safety. No, job happiness. Praise a faction. Let's praise the capitalist, I suppose. Blame someone. Blame no one. Promise an improvement of nothing.
Peace must be earned through superior fire. My Tropicans, my people, my children. Your prosperity is my honor. Your solidarity is my faith. And I gracefully accept your love. You are my Tropico. These are days of wonder, of astounding achievements. Do you wonder what we've achieved?
Now, I don't want to alarm you, but I'm going to need a rather prompt decision on these offers.
So that really sucks. We didn't get what we needed, and I have a feeling that 357 days, 1 year from now, I guess we could wait and we'll be able to save up money in that time. Yeah, that's fine. I just need to 100% score this. And what I mean by score this is I need to click on the broker and check to see if we get the good option, the option we need, before this even gets close to happening, the ultimatum here. But without that DLC enabled, it allows us to embezzle money and corruption won't go up. And corruption is a cool mechanic, I think, but I wish it would only affect like crime safety and not what's it called, the liberty, because huge liberty penalties really suck to deal with. Oh, we didn't construct a road to any of this. That is a huge oof. Let's do a Teamsters port here as well. Then we can do roads on up this way to here. No, here.
Rumor said Tropico. Now you've done it.
No, I right clicked on it.
To learn not to tread on me and my fellow conservatives. We bite back.
So I typically don't do this, but I might. Let's save over this one here. And then let's load up this autosave. Typically I don't do this. It was, yeah, like a minute and a half ago. I think that's fine. I typically don't like to, you know, save the game and reload back to various things that are happening. It's just the way I like playing Tropico. But in this case, because that was a total accident, I think that is an okay mistake. Construct a road down like that. Construct this road down like that. Go ahead and quick build this Teamsters port. Let's actually do the upgrade deckhands here and increase the budget, maybe even to the max. That's probably fine. So now we have these deckhands who are going to be helping move goods around. Russia wants a trade deal. And so what we could do once everything starts to kind of really sort of happen here, we can start erasing all of these old plantations over here. And now that we're like kind of rolling in the dough, I think it would probably be a good idea. First off, let's demolish up all these parks that were out front of the palace, giving us more room to construct more buildings. Dang it. We can do that, that's fine. Let's do a high school. We might as well at this point. A high school right behind. The embassy seems like a good spot. So we'll let that get constructed up. And we'll start getting educated people on the island. We don't need like a whole lot of them, but it will be nice. And we'll leave all of these hydroponic plantations and stuff on the medium budget here. It looks like we are going to need yet another substation. So let's go ahead and do that. There's probably fine. And the only major thing that I want to do is fiber fertilization on these two sugar hydroponic plantations. Reason being is that's going to give a 10% bonus for free pretty much, just the initial cost. A 10% bonus, and it stacks up to 20%, so now as we can see corn and bananas and everything's getting 20. Ideally we would set up yet another sugar plantation for this too, because as you can see the sugar plantations are missing out on their own bonus, so they're only getting 110 as compared to the 120 of the other ones. So that is all fine. Let's check in on the population. Haven't done that in a while. Lots of homeless families. I do want to set up some neighborhoods around here, but I do want to sort of take my time with these neighborhoods, make them look a lot more neat than the last time that I tried this. I was kind of just like slapping buildings down and it just felt way too chaotic. And then I kind of want to set up a really nice area up here as well. Just make it better than the last time. We had the telepheric station that was going up and down right here. I didn't like that, honestly. We should build like a bus station next to the dock. Bus station like right here. People will be able to bus back and forth. Maybe even just go straight for metro stations. Lots and lots of decisions that need to be covered in the very near future. However, this video is getting pretty close to the hour-long mark, so I think I'm going to go ahead and...
Presidente, sir. You know how nothing ever turns out like we planned? We've a new plan. Don't plan.
Nice. I think I'm going to go ahead and end this episode here. It's been pretty fun putting together an island that actually functions this time. And so in the next episode, we're definitely going to really start to get things pushed into the next epoch of tourism. I do want to set up this island over here again, like the last attempt at this series, with all sorts of skyscrapers and whatnot. But it'll probably be better to sort of influence the population slowly, just so no one gets like too upset at what we're doing. The environmentalists might kind of hate it, so we might need to focus on other parts of the island before we make a bunch of skyscrapers and kind of just come back and forth to it. Take things really slow, and I think that's definitely going to be the best way to get this island fully functional, is just take it real slow and try not to make everyone too upset and cause a bunch of rebellion. But either way, I really hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, be sure to leave a like, and if you want to follow along with more Tropico 6 series like this, then be sure to subscribe. Peace.